The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. Fights loose. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Brady gives to Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Brady. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
23 yards, the final tally. They'll run on first down. Drake. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Regular. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Patriots' 49-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick, pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And this is caught. It's Parker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On 2nd down, Michel fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 450.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Open man is Gordon, complete. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10
Check,
at
go
the
back, go back. We got motion,
37-yard
we got
line.
motion. Back up, back up. 72. 72.
They'll run with Michelle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
I got you. I got you. I didn't hit.
On 2nd down and 4, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line.
That's good for our Patriots.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Brady. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Let's go, boys.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Staying open. Staying open. Alert. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, Colt 66.
They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Sliding out of the pocket, and that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
I got it. 52's the mic, boys. 50. Go out. No, 66.
On 3rd down, Brady. Got his man, that's Harry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Come on, man. Let's go.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, defense.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Austin Seferian-Jenkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will shave one more off this lead. Back now in Foxborough, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Brady. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 38. And some room to run now. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Wait, set. Alabama. 380. Hey, 66. 59. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know. Bud. Mike, check. 59. Watch the pass. Mike's partner. Hey, check it.
To throw on third down. Brady. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Under a heavy rush. rush, and down he goes. Jerome Baker able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
Wait, set. 380. Check it. We want it. Come to my world. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check 52. Shadow.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Christian Wilkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
First down, Fitzpatrick. And this one's incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Fitzpatrick. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Brady now to throw. Flushed out right. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Following the penalty, Michelle, and an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and can...
And he's in! Touchdown, Patriots! Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gostkowski the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Hey, 20! Check back 21. All day.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Graham. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Fitzpatrick. And Stills bringing it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Now Fitzpatrick. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Wait, 20! Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I got him. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey!
On 3rd down, Michelle. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here comes Grant on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eric Murray, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One last shot now for Fitzpatrick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable, and both of them came together.
So for New England, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA